bowls on the hips of Hope, plays that to mid-wicket.
Right.
Throw comes in, no run. So I think we might have to split you and Vorney up.
Oh.
Sorry, just for one night.
We're not going to line people up against the wall and humiliate someone. It's the grand tradition of British sport.
Woakes bowls, Hope drives to extra cover, no run. He's looking a little bit more comfortable at the crease here, Hope. Pressure on him in this test match. Just a top score.
Yeah, he hasn't got many, has he?
Of 25.
Yeah, it's so much better than that. I don't know whether number 3 is his spot, you know.
I think he prefers Batty at number 4.
Yeah, or even a little bit further down. He's a very expressive player, great one-day record.
Did he get that 100 at Headingley at 4 or 5?
Not sure.
Footmarks developing at the James Anderson end. As Chris Woakes now runs into them, bowls to Hope, who's back and playing it to mid-wicket, the back foot. Again, no run.
In the first innings of the Headingley Test, when he scored his only 200s, he was batting at 5, but they'd used defender Bishu as a night watchman, so he was listed to bat at 4 and batted 4 in the second innings when he made his second and to date final Test.
Spins the bat in his hand as he now sets up open stance to Woakes, who shuffles forwards, running towards us, bowls. Hope drives to mid-on, no run. Davey and Derbyshire keep the game simple, try playing hide and seek. Oops, you are in a bubble though, so you're going to have to be extremely inventive. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that's going to work, if I'm honest. There's too many of us.
Yeah.
I reckon there's about 15, 20.
Really have a happy little gang.
Yeah. This square leg has just gone out onto the boundary. Woakes past the umpire. Hope drives firmly to Anderson, who takes the ball and then does a roll as he comes through. End of the over then. 44 for 1, trailing by 325 the West Indies. Hope on 6, Campbell on 32. A few words from you, Tuffers, and then it will be Jonathan Agnew.
Might be time for a bit of spin, I think. They've got all bases covered with this attack. Left-hander, Campbell. Shai Hope has been dismissed, I think, by Bess on 1 or 2 occasions. So, in Archer and spin at Bess at one end could be a nice little combination. John, afternoon.
You're looking very relaxed there, Phil.
Yeah,
reclining, leaning back, almost going over the back of the chair.
Yes.
Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. And still no rain today, which is fantastic, and nothing showing to be on the way either. It's still cloudy, but my, haven't we been lucky? The forecast a couple of days ago looked dire. In fact, Louise yesterday on the weather forecast said almost that today was going to be almost right off. So it's changed. Here's Archer bowling on the off stumps, pushed off the front foot by Campbell down to Broad. Is wearing a big sun hat, or doesn't really need it there at mid-off. Floodlight pylons have woken up again. Lights beaming down.
Chilly, though, isn't
it? It is. But you'd settle for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. And those flags, they're really blowing.
Some of the players wearing long sleeve sweaters, including Broad at mid-off. Archer runs up, bowls, and that's pushed by Campbell firmly off the front foot, and again Broad is the fielder. He's had a good day today. Runs his first half century for 2.5 years. And a wicket in his first over.
I think he's now gone past the amount of runs his father got for
that's
England. Which might be brought up at tea time.
Yes, because his father's here watching us match ref, isn't he? 44 for 1 is the score. And Archer runs in very smoothly and bowls outside the off stump on a full length. And Campbell, apart from that one little blemish outside the off stump, has played very well, but thoughtfully, reined in his actually aggressive tendencies. 47 balls he's faced, and Hope is just, well, he's weighed anchor, isn't he? 6 from 42 balls, and 4 of those 6 came from one shot. Ball gives the ball a rub. So does Archer on the back of his trousers. Straight into that easy approach. He runs in now and bowls. Oh, I hope was trying to leave that. Nice diving save in the gully from Burns, but he was actually withdrawing the bat there, and Archer's having a little word with him there. And Campbell's smiling behind the grill of his helmet. That's what he was saying there, but I think there were friendly enough words exchanged. And the players have been warned to be nice to each other, haven't they? Because everyone can hear and
Oh, right, yes. Well,
hear on the pitch mics.
Very wise. They do pick up a lot.
They do everything. I was amazed that they actually picked up Stuart Broad's Velcro on his boots as he undid them and did them up again. Archer bowls on off stump. Nice ball, but very well played by Campbell again. Yeah. And Archer's followed through a little bit further once more, just give a bit of eye contact with the batsman, but he's not engaging at all. But,
very solid.
Very solid indeed. Broad again to field at mid-off. Just had a word with my sous chef for tonight. So things coming on nicely.
Is he?
The only problem is he's got to wait until 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's a bit late. Archer balls, and that's caught, is it? Yes, it is. He's fended off a ball from just short of a length. It bounced, and Campbell couldn't control his defensive jab, and he's been caught in the gully by Burns. Good, quick, hostile ball up into the chest. A bit of extra bounce, and whether or not that little bantery word a couple of balls ago had anything to do with it, I don't know, but Campbell definitely unsettled there. Took a hand off the bat handle, but the ball thumped into the splice, the shoulder of the bat, and spooned up a very easy catch for Burns to take in the gully. So, well, that's the biggest smile that Archer's had on his face here for a while, and well done him. He's had a pretty miserable experience all round. But back amongst the wickets again, and West End is a 44 for 2.
And that is exactly what Jofra Archer gives you, doesn't it? That bounce from, when he was just short of a length, but just kept climbing on Campbell. He thought he was just going to stand up and just sort of like knock it down or round the corner. It just kept coming up at him. As I say, got the shoulder of the bat. Really good delivery, pacey. She has kicked up, might have been a cross seamer or something like that, but good wicket. And on sort of flat pitches, that's pace, isn't it, for you? That's what we've always been saying about the likes of Archer and Wood. Handy to have in the armoury. Makes things happen when things just go a bit flat.
It's take you by surprise, even when you're in, and he was playing so well. Yeah. But it just seemed to come back at him a little bit as well. He was just had nowhere to go. And it all happened so quickly, of course. Just half a second or so, and that's all you've got. So Shamarh Brooks is the new batsman. I like the look of Brooks. I must say he's got some experience. Obviously, he's been around a long time, but he does play beautifully straight. Yeah, he's having a word with Hope.
I think they might shelve the spin idea now. Yeah, I was just thinking that might see a bit of Bess to Campbell. Being an opener, they don't particularly play it great, do they, openers? But he's been very good, hasn't he, Brooks, against Bess through the offside and driving.
Woakes is ready to go up at the far end. That was the last ball of Archer's over. So in comes Woakes, sporting a beard these days, and he bowls on middle and leg. It's turned away for certainly one by Hope. In fact, that's all we're going to have because Bess has got there. So, in fact, it's Pope there. Fielded that one, and they've taken 1 run, 45 for 2. Bess is a point, in fact, with hands thrust deep into his pockets. With his cap on.
Well, Stokes, you'll be happy about that. After dropping it on about, what was it, 10 or 15?
Yeah.
He was looking pretty well set.
So Brooks's first ball then is 3 slips a gully. And Woakes on his way, a springy run. He bowls and beats him. Buttler dropped that, but I don't think he edged it. Although everyone went up, I think they went up just through excitement. But inexplicably, Butler's put that down. He's got a rueful look on his face. I don't think he edged this.
Hope not.
No, I hope not for his sake. No, he didn't. It just dipped a bit, I think.
Yeah, and the one that Joe Root caught, the Brathwaite, he got that in the sort of wrists.
Yeah,
and sort of clung on
to go up.
Yes, and then he actually said that it sort of wobbled at him, but up. So there's obviously something weird happening out there.
Woakes bowls and forward comes Brooks and plays up to Broad scored at mid-off. Well, it's the same theory as swing bowling when you're bowling it. I mean, if the ball goes through to the weak, he will slip with the seam in a solid position, maybe horizontal, as it were, to the ground. And the shiny side, the rough side, is going to
wobble.
Yeah, it is.
I think Dowrich might have experienced that a little bit for the first time, because it does seem to happen more often.
There's a wobbling there. In goes Woakes, bowls wide of the off stump. Buttler clings onto that as he moves in front of Root. Gets to work on the ball there at first slip.
You just pray as a wicketkeeper that they don't manage to get a little fine edge on it, because that would look a bit silly, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Straightforward one like that.
So sorry about 9 o'clock, but it all comes down to social distancing again. To get everybody to enjoy the banquet at the same time.
Well, we'll have some nice pre-dinner drinks, shall we? We're going to dress for the occasion, obviously.
Well, we'll have to do that. Yeah, I expect you to brush up. In comes Woakes, bowls outside the off stump, no stroke from Brooks. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be 3 courses plus cheese. You'll be done by half midnight.
You've built this up, mate. You've built it up.
Everyone's too competitive. That's the trouble. I think we're going to. Which match are you in charge of, anyway? As far
as last Test match at the ENG.
You're going to finish us all off, as it were. Are you? Brilliant.
Yeah. I'm working on it as we speak.
Have you got some plans?
Yes.
Tentative, just sort of.
Yes.
Any solids?
Here comes Woakes, pulls and beats the bat. As Brooks prods forward, and it's the end of the over. This is the trouble with the bubble. People just know each other too well.
I've been on the phone to Gordon.
Oh, so you're going to know all these people, aren't you? I knew you would.
Perhaps you might rustle us up.
You do. You know all these top chefs. That's cheating. You see. If you do something like that, they're going to call in someone like that. I think it's against the rules.
Delia on speed dial. Now Norwich have gone down. So.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sure, we're very happy about that.
Yeah.
Vociferous supporter.
Yes.
No, we're not calling in outside help like that.
Well, what
a bit of imagination, a little bit of,
a little bit of craft.
Yes. Archer's on his way, bowls on middle and leg. He's tucked away to square leg by Shai Hope, who's crawled to 7 from 44 balls. One boundary in that, but as Carlos Brathwaite was saying, when he walked out to bat, there's a high pressure innings this for Hope. He's certainly digging in as if his career depends upon it. 45 for 2. So West Indies 324 behind. It's been an eventful day. Archer kicks up his heels, bowls over the wicket. Oh, that's a poor shot from Hope. That was just a get-out shot. It was quite wide of the off stump. No need to play at it. Oh, hapless swish of the bat. It all ended up in Buttler's gloves. Archer walks back. Looking up on the screen at something. I think they're showing a replay there. There's only really one scoreboard that's being used here at the moment, because let's face it, it's only the players who need it, and us. Archer wearing 22 is on his way to the right-handed Hope, who comes forward, just close to the face of the bat rather. Broad stops out of the second attempt. At mid-on, Victor's back looking thoughtful.
I'm just thinking I wouldn't like to face Archer, because you get 2 or 3 overs where he bowls well, on target, good pace, but you kind of can play him, and then suddenly that ball comes.
Yeah, it does. It does. Off he goes once more, bowls, Hope's behind him, playing down to mid-on again. Broad's been kept busy in the field at the moment, be it at mid-off or mid-on. Shows that Archer's bowling a very nice line. But his pace does vary, doesn't it? And there is that but it also rocket there.
And when it's so well directed too.
Yeah.
Campbell really didn't do that much wrong.
No.
It just surprised him.
He's such a rhythmical bowler that
you can't see it coming too, because he ambles in.
It just clicks. It just clicks and comes out. And other times it doesn't quite. He'll bowl 83, 84 mile-an-hour balls. Off he goes again. Bowls a bouncer. It's fizzing over Hope's head. I think the energy and the effort is always more or less the same. But because he's so rhythmical,
when it clicks.
Sometimes it just absolutely clicks to perfection. That's when you get to that thunderbolt. And other times it isn't quite right, so it's 83, 84 sometimes. And it's not because he's bowling a deliberately slower ball. He does do that, and that's in the 70s. But it's all about rhythm with Archer. This very short approach, which he just starts straight away to glides in. He goes again now, bowls a fuller length. That's pushed away down through mid-off. Chase for Anderson there. It runs towards the boundary. Take 2 more. 47 for 2. 19 overs gone. So West Indies are 322 runs behind. T, I was being told here on my screen, we're going to have a world premiere. Sounds exciting. You may remember 2 music teaching sisters, Anna and Sarah Wilby, who started writing Full Tosca, the TMS opera. And it's now being completed. And we'll hear the Agas aria at tea. So who's actually performing that? Are they performing it? Okay. This is exciting. They're not live. They're... Well, Victor.
Well, it's only 20